My earliest memory of watching racing, it would have been in a field somewhere, up to my knees in mud, no doubt, and yeah, watching my dad. Well, when it really hit me was probably when I was 10 years old. It was 1982. It was when practice week was on at the TT, so we watched practice, and I saw down Bray Hill, and all the legends were coming down. Joey Dunlop, Ron Haslam, Graham Crosby, Mick Grant. We had to go back to school, so we sort of missed race week, and I was screaming and crying on the back of the ferry, not wanting to go home. I wanted to carry on watching the racing, but something injected in me at that moment in time that was somehow, God knows how, but I was going to be a TT rider. I remember my first road race like yesterday. It was 1990, Aintree, and I'd been flying around our local roads, and somebody got hold of my dad and said, look, you know, your lad's going to kill himself here, or he's going to kill somebody else. He said, get him on the track, you know. And I went to Aintree and I finished 29th and 31st, and I got a massive rude awakening, to be honest. I never give in. I never thought I would ever not become successful at racing, and beg, steal, borrowed, putting all the money into the pot to go racing, and then it was 96 really when it all turned round. All of a sudden I'm running at the front, and I was in the leading group at the Northwest 200 with all my heroes, Joey Dunlop, Philip McCallan, and 20 years ago really, where I realised that I could probably make a career out of it. Here we are 20 years later, we're still racing and making a career out of it. I've had success at short circuit level, if you like, done worlds and wild cards and British champions, and it's funny, people forget that. It's amazing when people say to me, oh, you know, why are you so good on the roads and you're crap on the short circuits? I think, well, I wasn't that bad, you know, I wasn't too bad, to be fair. I just love being on two wheels. I just like the whole thing about the TT. I like being on my own, I like racing against the clock. The circuit just invites me in. What makes me different on there? I don't know, maybe I've got a bit more passion for it. I went there for all the right reasons, you know, it wasn't ever for money, it wasn't for everything, you know, or the glory. Just racing the track, riding my bikes on the hardest, most difficult, longest track in the world. And there's no greater feeling, you just want more. Yeah, I mean, there's been a few moments where I thought to myself, I don't want to be doing this anymore. I've seen friends laid in the road, you know, real good friends. You know, I spent a lot of time with a lad called Mick Lofthouse, and a good mate of mine. He sort of said to me, you know, that, oh, you'll be all right at the TT, you'll be fine, you're the sort of perfect rider for it. We went and did it, and then in practice, on the last day, he got killed. You know, I was sharing a room with him in a hotel, and that was the tough, hard reality of what can happen on two wheels, especially around the Isle of Man. Joey Dunlop won the race. I was the fastest newcomer in the race, and I loved it. You know, you don't forget about them, but you just it goes to the back of your mind, and it's the next race. And it happened to me again. And David Jeffries got killed in front of me. And even this year with that Paul Shoesmith crash, that was really, really tough for me. You know, when I saw David Jeffries in the road, he looked like he was asleep. He was just laid there and he was gone. But you know, the image of Shuey was dreadful, and you know, tough. We'll be off down Bray Hill again, no doubt. You know, backside's on fire, looking at the next records and another new story, and it'll be onwards and upwards, I'm sure. I don't want to fail, you know. That's what I think. But now it's so the depth of field is so much stronger. There's so many more riders. I just think I don't want to let anybody down. Come a time when I can't do the 135, 36 mile an hour laps. I have to you know, bow out and move over, you know. But you know, life will carry on. There'll still be development. There'll still be working on the bike, and the next rider will come along and replace me. But if it does go wrong for me, I'm going to pay the ultimate. You know, my missus is a saint, really. You know, I'm probably not the greatest person to be around when I'm at race meetings, and the kids probably feel it a little bit. You know, 6-year-old Maisie and 15-year-old Ewan, and Ewan's getting to the age now where he probably understands that if it does go wrong, that he knows what's going to happen. I'm dossing around here and going out my scrambler and having a bit of family time and having a beer or whatever I'm doing, and a couple of holidays. And but they never stop. They never stop thinking about what we can do, how can we make it better. Probably not as much sacrifice to me unless it goes wrong. Nobody could have probably done it the way I did it. I didn't train, I didn't do a lot of things right, you know what I mean? And I really get slaughtered for that, and I still get slaughtered for it now. I wanted to be a world champion, but I wanted to win TTs as well. And when I went to World Championship, I didn't enjoy any of it at all. Concentrated more onto the road side of things then after that, you know, and the roads have been successful for the last God knows how long. It's difficult for me to sit here and say, you know, that, well, why don't you train? Well, I can't answer it. Why don't I train? I should train. It's not hard. You know, instead of eating 2 pies, eat 1 pie. You know, it's not hard, but I just can't do it. It does niggle away deep down at me. Could I have been faster? Could I have achieved more if I was a little bit lighter and a little bit fitter? But when I try that gym regime, when I try doing that, it just takes the fun out of my life. I can't lie, it's, you know, standing on the podium at 44 and being a bit of a chunker and all that sort of stuff, it does feel sweet. If I didn't be fast, that's the first thing what people can say. Crazy as can be. Body wastes away. You know, personally, it can hurt when somebody's taking the mickey out of your belly, but you just got to deal with that or do something about it. Aspiring road racers, what advice would I give to them? If they want to do it, understand what life's all about, understand how hard the walls and the trees and the lampposts are, because you ain't going to move one of them. Be patient, concentrate. Don't let anybody stand in your way, nobody stood in my way. If you've got a dream, dream big. The highs outweigh the lows, you know. We are bloody selfish at what we do, you know. We're on the bike with the helmet on, and that's the special bit, you know. Flip side when it's somebody's been injured or somebody's worse, or, you know, there was a spectator killed in 07, you know, that was really tough. And when you're flying around, a smile on your face and you're hitting all the apexes and the weather's good and it's all coming together, and you seem to forget when you're spraying the champagne about all the low sides of it, you know. And you know, you got to sometimes ask yourself, why are these people gone? What happened? You know, we're never ever going to make it safe. Sometimes you're in the lap of the gods, aren't you? You don't really know where you're going to end up, what you're going to hit. We made a different gravy, aren't we? You know, we managed to switch ourselves off from the low, and then, you know, we're all chatting about the highs and what we did and what slide we had and what moment we had and what wheelie we did. And describe myself, a little bit heavy, not the best looking person in the world, loyal, oldish, just family man. Put the helmet on, turn into a different person sometimes. Got to say I'm just an all-round good guy, got to be honest.